Okay, how's everybody doing today? Welcome back. Today I'm going to cook for you my chicken and rice recipe. I guess not really a recipe. It's actually very simple, but real easy way to make a nice healthy meal that you can take to work with you. Most of the times I find myself trying to figure out what to have for lunch, and the only thing around is McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Arby's. I mean, these are all horrible choices, so I needed a way to take some good quality nutrition to work with me and make it reasonably affordable and try to make it taste good too. But this one's kind of boring. This one's purely good for you. So let's get going here. Start off with some all-natural chicken. No hormones or antibiotics. It's a little more expensive a pound. I think this is about $5 a pound. But when you think about it, we're all really eating too much anyway, so cut back on the quantities and you spend about the same. Okay, so I got 3 chicken breasts here. Just want to trim off anything they missed. Really at the butcher. There's a little tendon that runs between the chicken breasts where they attach to the sternum, and I just want to get that off of there because it can get kind of chewy. Okay, each one of these is going to be a lunch for me. So 3 lunches here, and I'm going to make some whole grain brown rice with it. Now, to get these to cook a little bit better, usually want to flatten them out a little bit, and it actually tenderizes them a little bit too. But I don't have a mallet or anything, and you really don't need one. So I kind of go Rocky style on it. Okay, nice and flat. That'll cook nice and even now. There's a thick one. There we go. You don't want to hit them too much, they'll start falling apart. I really try to get the thickest part down to about the same as the thinner part, so it's nice and flat. It's going to cook nice and even now. Alright, now we're ready to season them. So, okay, there's not going to be a lot of fat in this dish, so there's not a lot here to give it some flavor. So I want to help that along without adding fat to the meal. So what I'm using is McCormick lemon pepper, Grill Mates it's called. It's pretty tasty on chicken and fish. And I'm going to be using a truffle salt. This actually has little bits of black truffle ground up in it. And cracked pepper. Start with the lemon pepper first because I want it to stick to the chicken. And we're going to season both sides. Just get a nice even coating there. Okay. And my truffle salt. And then the cracked pepper from the largest pepper grinder I've ever seen. My favorite. What I like to use, you can use whatever you like, but this is Uncle Ben's boil in a bag rice. You don't have to worry about the correct amount of water and how long it takes to boil off and all that. You just drop the bag in and you're good to go. They're kind of small servings, so I'm going to use 2 bags. So I'm going to make 3 servings here, plus I'm going to have a little now with my tuna. So 2 bags. As soon as the water comes to a boil, I'll throw those in there, and it just takes about 10 to 12 minutes. Say 10 to 12 minutes to cook. Since I'm cooking these, planning on reheating them, I'm gonna do the rice a little al dente. So we're gonna do about 10 minutes total, because we're gonna heat these up in the microwave at work, and I don't want the rice to be overdone then. Same with the chicken. I'm not gonna really undercook the chicken, but just slightly, so it's nice and juicy. So when we reheat it, it's not gonna turn to rubber. Okay, my water's boiling here, so we can go ahead and throw the rice in. I'm going to turn the heat down a bit, just because we don't need a super hard boil, we just need the water to keep boiling. Just want it at 212 degrees, which is as hot as water gets, by the way, but we don't need it raging. Just drop the bags of rice in there, 2 of them, real easy, and then I just use a wooden spoon to get them submerged. They have a specific amount of water they say to use, but I actually can't get that much water because this saucepan isn't that big. So I just put enough in so that when I put 2 bags in, it doesn't overflow and spill all over my counter. I need a new saucepan. Yeah, almost forgot the most important thing. Gotta set the chicken. Okay, gotta turn it up and then come back down to 10 minutes. Okay. A little bit's gone by, so I'm going 9.5 minutes. So when the chicken goes off, we can pull that out of there. Okay, well, the rice is gone. I don't want to just be standing around, so it's a good time to cook the chicken. I'm going to do it on a George Foreman over here. It's a one serving kind of deal. You kind of have to guess with your cooking numbers. The thickness of the chicken is going to determine how long you cook it. I would say with this one, at least, it's only got 1 temperature. You just plug it in, and when the light goes off, it's ready to go. This is the single sandwich size, single serving. You can cook 1 steak on there or something like that. Well, I'm going to cook them about 7 minutes, just because I did that last time and they were nice and juicy, so I stick with that. I've done chicken tenders too. They're a little smaller, just thinner strips. Those would probably go less, so I'm going to go 7 minutes. Sit it on there. Push it down. It's all ready to go. Since I'm already using my timer, I'm just going to look at my watch at about 2 minutes after. This one will be done. Okay. Gotta be fast here because my chicken is going to be done in about a minute. Okay, so I drained all the water out. Got the bags of rice here. Just going to cut the tops off and dump them back in the pot. Want to work quick while it's still hot. Okay. And I throw a little pat of butter in, just a little bit. It's going to give the rice some flavor. I mean, there's really almost no fat in this dish, so we want to have some flavor. But it also helps the rice reheat. Okay, and then we just mix it around until the butter melts throughout all the rice. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to add some pepper, and what I'm using is Montreal steak seasoning, another McCormick seasoning, but actually for steak, but it's good on rice. not too much, and then just incorporate that all in. Okay, now my chicken is done here. So I want to get that off the grill before we overdo it. And we're ready for another piece. Number 2. Look at the watch again. We're going to go about 6 minutes. This piece is a little smaller. Okay, while the last one's cooking, I'm going to start cutting these larger pieces of chicken up here. I like to cut them diagonally. Yeah, it's going to be perfect. Nice and juicy. It'll be great when it's reheated. I cut them diagonally because they fit in the containers really well, and then they reheat better. So each container gets 2 pieces of chicken. It's going to be a nice meal. A lot of protein, a lot of whole grains, 2 grams of soluble fiber in the whole grain rice. And that lemon pepper really makes the chicken taste good as well. Put them in there. I don't put the lids on right away. I let them cool some, then I'll put the lids on, then I throw them in the freezer. Okay, my last one was finished, so now it's time for dinner for me. I got a nice piece of yellowfin tuna here. Real high in omega-3 fats. Nice lean protein. Fish is one of the easiest digestible, or is the easiest digestible protein of any type of meat. So now fish doesn't take nearly as long to cook, so we just want to have that in there for a couple minutes. Mid-rare is perfect for a good cut of tuna or salmon or anything like that. If you see some good color in the center, not quite cooked all the way through, that'll be ideal. Be nice and tasty then. Okay, it's only been about 3 minutes here, and I think it's all done. So time to plate it up. Okay, well, as you can see, I've got 3 chicken and rice lunches here, and a nice tuna and brown rice dinner. Takes a little longer than going to fast food, but you do this on a Sunday, and you can avoid eating just pure saturated fat and horrible nutrition for the week. So at least 3 days of the week. So as Jacques Pepin would say, bon appetit and happy cooking. Thanks for watching.